sound is coming very low. Let me check my speakers. So can you hear me now? Is it clear or again some sounds are coming? Now? Now is it clear? Now it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me fast. Is it clear or not now? Better? You can hear me now perfectly?
Yes, ma'am.
Give your roll number later, students. I will take it later. Now tell me whether you are hearing me or not.
Ma'am, yeah.
Comment, quickly comment. I can't hear you properly. I have done every settings, also it's correct. So I don't know why you are not able to hear. Okay, so it's better. So can we start? Voice is coming from far away. I'm taking the microphone near to my mouth. Just wait, let me see again once. It's not clear right now also. I have everything okay on my the settings and all. Everything is okay. So now can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me now, students? Yes or no? Yes, clear, right? Okay, okay, very good. Now you can hear me. Thank God. Actually, actually, what happened? Actually, this is my own laptop I am using right now, and the previous classes I was using my father's laptop. So this laptop, it was, something was not happening correct. So I made it correct, and now I am using this one. So maybe the settings are not okay. That's why some this happened. Okay, technical error. Okay, since you can hear me now. Okay, finally you can hear me, right, everyone? Everyone, please comment down yes, yes, yes if you can hear me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Maximum yes. Ekdam. let us 15 minutes went like this only. Na? Very happy, no, you people? Okay. Mm, okay. Let me share my screen. Alfred, I have given my laptop to dad. I can't use his laptop now. You can see my screen. Don't write in chat box now. Please unmute yourself and say, can you see my screen? Today no one is responding. Why? Just a minute. Somebody please speak something. Hello? Hello? Somebody please speak something. I just want to see whether I can hear you or not. Anyone?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can hear. I can hear you. Okay, that's fine now. Okay. So quickly, without wasting our time. So last class we have completed our numericals. So today the next your topic is about your sources of water. Okay, you can note it down. Only the topic you can note it down. Sources of water, I won't explain much because everyone knows the sources, isn't it? From the first class itself, I asked you people and you commented about the sources. Okay, everyone knows. So since you should know one thing, that there are two sources like surface sources and what subsurface sources. Or subsurface sources means what, your underground sources, same thing. Okay, then surface sources, it includes your ponds and lakes, okay, streams and rivers, storage reservoirs. Reservoirs, I already showed you one picture that day. Then your oceans, okay. So these are your surface sources. And what are your underground sources? These are springs, okay, infiltration galleries, infiltration wells, and your what, wells and tube wells. So basically here, uh, and we will it won't ask definitions for your all these things, okay. So springs, I can somebody tell me what is spring? If you I think everyone has seen, because you people stay in hilly areas, so spring is a common thing. You people have seen. So but do you know if that name is spring? So I just want to know, do you know what is spring? Yes, Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
What is spring? Yes, Nanu. What is spring?
Spring,
I don't want definition. हिंदी में बोलने से भी होगा क्या मतलब कैसा है spring?
नदी जैसा ही है, इससे उससे छोटा है मगर.
कैसा है कैसा है?
Like a river, but smaller than that.
Like a river but smaller. Okay. Not that much correct. Okay. See, but while the example I am giving you, you people are able to see in your place only. Like some some natural outflow of groundwater is happening sometimes. Not sometimes,
Mm.
okay, some natural outflow means पानी निकलता रहता है, इसको झरना बोलते हैं हम लोग, छोटा छोटा होता है ना, देखा है कभी कभी भी?
Yes,
तो that is your
yes, yes.
spring. Okay, so the natural outflow of groundwater at the earth surface, so is that is your spring. Okay, and what about infiltration galleries and infiltration wells? Okay, this thing I think you only knowing. So infiltration galleries and infiltration wells, these are they are constructed here below the ground level. Okay, these galleries are these are horizontal tunnels, you can say. Okay, infiltration galleries are horizontal tunnels and infiltration wells are your vertical tunnels. Okay, so these are constructed at your below the ground level at shallow depths, you can say. It means along the banks of a river. Okay, so let me show you one picture in details. No need to go because these things you will be learning in your hydrology. Okay, here you just know the name and just know what it is, then it will be sufficient for you. Okay, so this is your see this picture, can you see, right? You can see this picture, you see this picture, you see here, this part, this is a river. Okay, this is your underground, this is underground, and here you see this tunnel type thing, it is your infiltration gallery. Okay, that means what, it takes the water from the river. Okay, that the river water, the water that seeps through the soil, okay, from the river underground, that water it takes and it is taken to a sump tank. Okay, and from there it is pumped and the water is taken finally. Okay, so that is a infiltration gallery, means this is also a source of supply. Okay, from there water is taken. Similarly, your infiltration well is also a similar thing, it is a vertical one. Let me show you in broad, you will be learning in your hydrology. Okay, these things like this is a infiltration section of a infiltration well. Okay, so here it is the, this is the ground level, so here it is a water table is here, and this is the water, the below part it is open and the upper part it is covered. Okay, so here also the water gets accumulated by your infiltration. Okay, so from here the water is taken to your sump tank and from there it is pumped out. Okay, so these are your sources of supply. Okay, so you just remember the names. Okay, definitions it won't be coming, I guess, but uh, generally you need to know, okay, what it is. Wells and tube wells everyone knows. Okay, so I won't be explaining this one, you just remember these things. Okay, if you want to write down, you can write it down, or if you want to take screenshot, you can take screenshot. Either you can find in your ERP. Okay, these things you can find. So next we will go to reservoir, storage zone, and uses of reservoir. Okay, next topic is your. Let me show you in another one. Just wait. So next topic it is your storage zones of a reservoir. Okay, this topic storage zones of a reservoir. Please take a screenshot of this one. This one I have given from book. So take a screenshot. Okay. First you take a screenshot. Then we will start explaining. Taken. Next you take a screenshot of this. Okay. Then you take a screenshot of this one. Later you write down in your copy. Okay. And battery storage. This one you take. I guess everyone has taken. Okay. So let's see. Okay, what reservoirs we already have discussed. What is a reservoir? So now let us see what are the storage zones of a reservoir. Okay, there are certain zones. Okay, so this is your storage. This is your dam. Okay, this part, I guess you can see my cursor. Okay, so this part it is a dam. Okay, and we have certain zones here. Okay, so let us see what are these zones. First one is your normal pool level or maximum conservation level. What it is? It is the maximum elevation to which the reservoir water surface will rise during normal operating conditions. Okay, so let us see in the picture. So this is, here is your normal pool. See this line you can see. Okay, this line it is your normal pool level or maximum conservation level. This is a dam. Okay, this part it is your dam. So up to this part means here it is a water level. Okay, so here this means the in normal condition also the water will rise up to here. Okay, the water surface it will rise up to this line. So this line it is known as your what? Normal pool level or maximum conservation level. Okay, so next let us see what is the next zone. Minimum pool level, the lowest water surface elevation which has to be kept under normal operating conditions in a reservoir. Okay, what is a minimum pool level? Now let us see. You can see this line. Okay, you can see this line, minimum pool level. Okay, that means in this reservoir a minimum water surface level has to be maintained. Okay, a minimum water level surface has to be maintained for normal operating conditions. Okay, so this is the level up to where the water should be maintained. Okay, below this level means this is the minimum pool level. Okay, the water level it should be maintained to this level. Okay, so next let us see what it is your useful and dead storage. So the volume of water stored in the reservoir between the minimum pool level and the normal pool level is called the useful storage. Okay, what is a useful storage? The between the minimum pool level and the normal pool level. Okay, so this is your normal pool level. This is a normal pool level line, and this is your minimum pool level line. Okay, so the between the space between, okay, the volume of water in between is known as your useful storage. Okay, this is your useful storage. Next, Next, let us see what it is. Dead storage. What is a dead storage? It is written here, water stored in the reservoir below the minimum pool level is known as a dead storage. Okay. So the water, okay, we studied that this line you can see it is the minimum pool level, okay, means the water it should be stored up to there, okay, for means under normal operating conditions. So the water below this level, the water it is known as your dead storage, okay. So that water, that means it is mixed with all your silt, gravel, all those things, it is mixed with that water. So that water is of not much use, okay. So that is why it is known as your dead storage, okay. Next is your maximum pool level. During high floods, water is discharged over the spillway, but will cause the water level to rise in the reservoir above the normal pool level. The maximum level to which water rises during the worst design flood is known as the maximum pool level. Okay, so that means you can see this line above your normal pool level. You can see one line, this one. Okay, this line it is overflowing your spillway. Okay, what is a spillway? The end part. Okay, it is a end part of a dam. Okay, so this level of water you can see it is overflowing the dam. Okay, so that means in the worst condition, in the worst scenario where the the water it is the flood is happening. Okay, flood is happening, what will happen? This normal pool water level it will rises with the level up to which the normal pool level rises. Okay, so that is your maximum reservoir level, okay, or maximum pool level. Okay, that means up to that level the water it may rise during your worst scenario like floods. Okay, next is your surcharge storage. What is a surcharge storage? The volume of water stored between the normal pool level and the maximum pool level is the surcharge storage. Okay, normal pool level and maximum pool level. Normal pool level is this one, okay, and the maximum pool level is the above line. Okay, so the water that the volume of water that is between the normal pool level and the maximum reservoir level, this part it is your surcharge storage. Okay, this part it is your surcharge storage. Let us see what's next. It is your bank storage. When the reservoir is filled up, certain amount of water seeps into the permeable reservoir banks. This water comes out as soon as the water reservoir gets depleted. This volume of water is known as bank storage. Okay, so here it is told that when the reservoir it gets filled up. Okay, so what happens? Certain amount of water it seeps into the banks. Okay, so that water it comes out as soon as what happens? The reservoir gets what depleted. Okay, so that water is known as your bank storage. Bank storage, I think it is not shown here. It is not shown here. Okay, it's not shown here. Next is your valley storage. Okay, valley storage means what? Before a dam it is constructed, what happens? A certain amount of water it is already stored in that stream. Okay, a certain amount of water is already stored in that stream, and that is known as your valley storage. Okay, and valley storage, we have one effective storage for flood mitigation formula. In this formula you can remember, I think these things you will get in your hydrology. Okay, much similar to your hydrology syllabus. Okay, so that's all about your these storage zones of a reservoir. Okay, next let us see. Everyone has taken the screenshots, right? Okay. In ERP, actually, you will find this diagram. Okay, this one I have taken from Google, but it's better if you draw the diagram I just showed now. Okay, and write those definitions. It will be easy. Here it's something written not nicely, so you refer to definitions and diagrams. Okay. Okay, this one is done. Next. Next is your intakes for collecting surface water. Okay. This name intake, I have been using this one from the first class, I guess. Okay. So what is a intake? Okay. So intake, I don't have a picture. Okay, no problem. So, the intake, okay, what is the intake? The function of our intake is what? Is to collect the water from the source, okay? It collects the water from the source and then it discharge it to the conduit. Okay, conduit means what? It's a pipe. Okay, so it discharge it to the conduit and then it is taken to a treatment plant. So the basic function of a intake is to collect the water from the source and then to discharge it to a conduit and then the water is taken to a water treatment plant. Okay, so in this chapter, means basically this is a chapter, okay, but since we have a very vast syllabus this year, so we won't be going in details, okay. Just you should know what is the intake, and there are certain points that you should keep in mind while selecting a site for intake works, okay. So these are the points. So let us see what are the points that you should keep in mind while selecting a site. Okay, so where the best quality of water is available, so that water is purified economically in less time. Okay, so we should see where the best quality of water is available. Okay, then at site there should not be heavy current of water which may damage the intake structure. Okay, there the current of water, it should not be heavy, so that intake can draw sufficient quantity of water even in the worst condition when the discharge of the source is minimum. Okay, then the site of the work should be easily approachable without any obstruction. Okay, I have some better points with me in the book which I have told you. Okay, you can. I will provide these points in the next class. Okay, now I will just explain. You just listen. Okay, what are the points? You just listen. Next class, I will surely provide it to you. You can write that points from there. Okay. Okay, so first point is your, it's written here, okay? First point is your, as far as possible, the site should be near the treatment plant so that the cost of conveying water to the city is less, okay? So it is told that the site where the intake work should be carried out, it should be near to the treatment plant, okay? So that what happens, the cost of conveying the water to the city, it will be less because less pipes will be required, okay, because that will obviously, it will reduce the cost. Okay, so the it is told that one. And next point is written is that the intake must be located in the purer zone of the source so that the best possible quality of water is withdrawn from the source, thereby reducing the load on the treatment tank. Okay, so what will happen if you select the site in a purer zone? So what will happen, obviously the water will be pure, so less treatment will be required. Yes, since less treatment will be required, so the load on the treatment plant, it will reduce. Okay, so that's why it is told that the intake, it should be located in the purer zone of a source. Okay, the next is the intake must never be located at the downstream or in the vicinity of the point of disposal of wastewater. Okay, So it is told that the intake it must not be located in the downstream part of the or at the point of disposal of wastewater, because the disposal of at the point where disposal of wastewater is there, obviously the pure water it will not be there. Okay, the water it will be dirty. So that's why it is told that it should not be at the point of disposal of wastewater. Okay. Next is your the intake should never be located near the navigation channels. Okay, as otherwise there are chances of intake water getting polluted due to the discharge of refuse and waste from ships and boats. Okay, so it is told that the intake it should not be located near your navigation. Navigation everyone knows. Okay, all those ships and all those things. Okay, boats. So the oils which oils or you can what are the other things which they dispose, okay, by the boats or ships, all those things, it should not be located near the navigation channels, otherwise what will happen, the intake water it will get polluted. Okay, then next is your, let me see. Okay. So it is told that the intake must be located at a place from where it can draw water even during the driest periods of the year. Okay. So the intake it should be located in such a place that during the dry season also there is water. Okay. So that it can extract the water from there. Okay. So these are the points. Okay. So these are the points which are written in the book. Okay. Similar points are written here also, but I just referred to the book. Okay. So these points I will give you. Okay. In the next class, I will provide you one photo. Then you can take the screenshot there. Okay. Then types of intake structures. There are certain types of intake structures. For the time being, you should know the names. Okay, you can write it down the names, or you can find it in your ERP also. Okay, so okay, the meeting will end in 5 minutes. Okay, everyone, please take a screenshot of these types of intake structures. Okay, yeah, I'm taking your roll number. Just wait. Roll number 69. Roll number 69. I can't hear you or you are speaking. Roll number 69 as present or absent. Hello. Students, can you hear me, or someone please speak something?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Can hear you.
Okay, so 69 is absent, I guess. Okay. 51. 51. Guneshwar Sa. Absent. Okay. 52. 53. Oh, Guneshwar Sa is present. Okay. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59.
Present, ma'am. 59 is present.
Okay. 60. 61,
Present, ma'am.
62, Rupashri, 63, 64, 65, 66,
Ma'am,
yes, who spoke?
Ma'am, 66.
66, Pankaj, okay. Rupashri also present, right? Rupashri, write in your chat box if you have any problem.
Ma'am, 63.
63, Tisol is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 62, Rupashri is also present. Okay, okay, Rupashri, I have given you present. 67,
Present, ma'am.
okay. 68,
Ma'am, 68.
68, Moti were present. 70,
Present, ma'am.
71,
Present.
72,
present, ma'am.
okay. 73,
Present, ma'am.
okay. 74,
Present, ma'am.
75,
Present, ma'am.
okay. 76,
Present, ma'am.
okay. 77,
Present, ma'am.
78,
78.
hey, okay. 78, Margang is present, okay. 78. 79, 80, 81, 82,
Present, ma'am.
82, Likivi. 83,
Present, ma'am. 83.
okay. 84,
Present, ma'am.
okay. 84, 85, Borlang,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. 86,
Ma'am, 61 was present, ma'am.
61, 61, Arif Khan present given,
Okay, ma'am.
okay. 86, Likha Hania. 87, 88,
Yes, ma'am.